Finally, we are able to dive deeper into the Figma world and explore all of the features that it offers as a website and an application. If you guys would prefer to use the website rather than the application, then feel free to do so. The features are very similar and they have very small differences, which I will be discussing in a minute. But in case you are still interested in downloading the app, I will be showing you very soon how to do that. Now, you might be wondering, what is the difference between the Figma browser application and the desktop application? Well, you see, it varies according to your own preference. For example, the desktop application has a more direct option without distractions in browsers. So maybe you have something opened in another tab that keeps distracting you. Maybe you want to be productive, but you get distracted by maybe online shopping or something like that. You can always avoid any kind of distraction through the desktop application. As for the browser application, it doesn't take up any space on your PC or laptop, and switching between tabs can be more easy. Both work greatly, and the choice depends on how your work style is. For example, I am used to using the browser application just because my references would be on different tabs and it would be difficult for me to move from application to application. So from the desktop app to maybe a browser or a PDF, it's going to be too complicated for me. But at the same time, I do think that the desktop app is very useful for anyone who is trying their best to be as productive as possible. Now, without further ado, let's start downloading the app for anyone who prefers to download the application. What we're going to first do is we're going to go on our browsers. It can be anything from Safari, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, you name it, it's okay. And we're going to go to figma.com/downloads. And here we're going to have 3 different things that we're able to download through Figma. The first option that we are able to download is the desktop application, which is what we're about to download right now. And then we have the live device preview, which I will be explaining in a second. And then we have the font installers, which I will also elaborate on right now. For the live device preview, it gives you a more clear idea of your work, and it shows you a greater detail when it comes to previewing what you want to do. And the font installers provides you with the fonts that you can't find in Figma, since the fonts that Figma offers are pretty limited. Now, we're gonna just be downloading the desktop app for now, but for future reference, you can very easily access the live device preview and the font installers from here. I'm gonna start by downloading the desktop application for Mac OS, but like I mentioned, if you are using Windows, obviously you get to choose the other option. And here it is downloading. Now that it's finished, I'm gonna go ahead to my downloads, and I'm going to move it to my applications folder. After that, I'm going to look for it, and I'm going to start installing it. It's going to ask if I'm sure I want to open it because I downloaded it from the internet. I commence by opening it because it's a very trusted website. This is what's going to happen after it is done downloading. It's going to open up straight away, and we're going to just start by creating an account. So initially you're going to be using the browser to sign up, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to open. So I'm going to start by putting in my email and creating a password that is at least 7 to 8 digits. So I'm gonna I'm gonna create the account. Here is where we are gonna put our name. In this case, I'm just going to put down initials. And then they're going to ask us what kind of work we do. You can talk about how you're just trying to explore users and research about their behavior. This is user research. Marketing is creating an application in order to market your products properly. Product management is very much specialized in managing the way that products are being displayed. Design is obviously to design an interface. Software development is more concerned with front and back end developers, or you can just choose other and go however way you'd like. How will we be primarily using Figma? For teaching or taking a class, for work, or for personal use? All of them are equally as acceptable. In this case, I'm going to choose for teaching or taking a class. But in your case, you would choose for personal use, or for work, or anything you would prefer to do. Now, if you'd like to join Figma's mailing list, feel free to do so, but I will just go ahead and create my account. Now that you have signed up, you need to verify your email very obviously, so we're gonna go do that. Right here we have the email to verify, and we're gonna simply just press on verify email, and there you have it. We can move to the desktop application or commence with the website, but for this case I'm gonna go to the desktop application. Now that the application is open, they're going to be welcoming us to Figma, tell us about our team, but we're not going to get into teamwork just yet. And yeah. So here we have very different features, right? They have some very brief introductions here, just in case you want to get into the basics on your own. And I'm going to go through all of the windows and tabs that we have on this page very quickly. So the recent displays anything that you have recently visited. The drafts tab displays any draft that you currently have that you would be working on that isn't official yet. And then you have the deleted option in case you deleted a draft that you wanted to retrieve or you wanted to go back to. And then we have the community tab where anyone can connect, share their templates, do anything that they would like as a community. And then we have the teams. The teams feature is going to be discussed in deep detail later, but for now we're just going to leave it on the side. This middle tab here shows any of your recently viewed or worked on items. Obviously, because we pressed on recent, it changes and varies according to what you choose, but this is the display area. And then on the right, we have some of, I think, the most crucial things in the program. So here we can start designing a new file, and here we can start by opening a new FigJam file. And I will be explaining the difference between each in another recording. As for the lower part, it's all templates, and I think personally these templates are gonna be very beneficial. I completely advise you to go through them whenever you feel free because they save a lot of time and effort, and also they help a lot of people. So for example, if you want to design something for Android, we're able to retrieve some Android features from here, for example, windows, fonts, and so on. Same thing with iOS. We're going to obviously get into deep detail for these features very soon. And finally, you have your account options here and your notifications button. The notifications concerns more your teamwork or anything that has to do with people visiting your work. This has been the introduction to the application as well as helping you guys sign up to it. I hope that it has been very clear and smooth. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask below, and I will be more than happy to help you answer it. Otherwise, we're gonna be moving on to the next chapter.